Here we have a question. In this question, a sphere is given where a inner sphere which is solid conducting sphere and carrying a charge q. So let's suppose it's carrying a charge q, so there would be this charge q distributed evenly all upon its surface. Now here another sphere which is also a conducting sphere which is having a inner radius b and outer radius c. So we can see here this inner radius is b and the outer radius is c, while the inner sphere is having a radius a. Now here we have to determine what would be the electric field in this 4 region. So first we have to find electric field at this point, means where we can write the value of R where R is less than A, and after that we have to find electric field for the portion where value of R is greater than A but less than B, and also we have to find the value of electric field for the portion where the value of radius R is greater than B but less than C, and also find the value of electric field for the outer portion where the value of R is greater than C. So first of all, let's understand the electrostatics. In electrostatics, like charges always repel each other and unlike charges always attract each other. So here it's going to be, so as we can see, due to this positive charge, as you can see here, there would be polarization for this outer sphere where the negative charge gets concentrated on the inner surface as it is neutrally initially, and the positive charge gets concentrated on the outer surface, as we can see here, due to the effect of polarization. And due to this, as we know, electric field, where we can write the value of electric flux, which is E into A, is totally depending on the charge enclosed in the body divided by epsilon naught. So here, for this portion of A, where the value of R is less than A, the charge enclosed is 0. So here we can say that the value of electric field will be 0. Now for the portion where the charge, the value of R is between A and B, we can see that the charge enclosed in this pair is totally depending on this charge which is Q. So we can say that the value of electric flux would be charge enclosed, which is Q divided by epsilon naught. So from here, as we divide it by the area, we can find the value of electric field. Now, for the portion where R is less than C but greater than B, we can see that at this end, somewhere, let's suppose, the charge enclosed for this pair, imaginary pair, would be 0 because due to polarity there's negative charge here and there's positive charge here. So this charge gets cancelled out. So we can say that the enclosed charge amount at that time is 0 when we are in between B and C. Now as we come out to out of C, we can see that due to polarity this charge is collected on the outer surface of the outer sphere. So we can say that the charge enclosed is Q, so there would be some electric flux present out of C. So here we can say that the electric field is depending on electric flux. Where the electric flux is 0, the value of electric field will be 0. So there are two conditions. One, R is less than A and R is between B and C. In these two conditions, here and here, we can see that the electric flux is not present. So we can say that the electric field at that point will be also 0. And after that, for this portion where we are here and out of C, we can see that electric flux is present. So we can calculate the value of electric field. So now let's move forward. So as we know, according to the Gauss law, we can say that electric flux through a surface is directly proportional to the charge enclosed in the surface. So where the radius is less than a, we can see that there's no charge present here because it's a conductor. So all charge gets collected on the outer surface. So from here, as we substitute the value of Q equal to 0, we can find the value of electric field becomes 0 because the electric flux is also 0 according to the Gaussian surface rule. Now let's move forward. Here, our radius of Gaussian surface is between A and B. So here we can see that the Gaussian surface is here while the charge enclosed is Q. As we know the value of A1, where let's suppose the radius be r, from here we can calculate the value of A, that is 4 pi r square. E into 4 pi r square would be equal to the electric flux, where electric flux is Q divided by epsilon naught. So from here we can write the value of E, that comes out to be Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So electric field for this portion decreases as we increase the distance from the center. Now what happens when we reach in this portion? So as we reach in this portion, as we discussed earlier, due to the polarization, we have observed that the net charge enclosed throughout this surface is 0 because there is positive charge in the outer surface of inner sphere, that is Q, and there is negative charge minus Q polarized on the inner surface of the outer sphere. So from here we can say that the net charge enclosed is 0. So from here we can write the value of electric field for this portion is also 0. Now let's move forward. Here we have to calculate the electric field for the portion where R is greater than C. So effectively we have already studied that there would be a plus Q collected charge all over this surface. So here we can say that there's some amount of charge enclosed if we are outside the sphere about inside our Gaussian surface. So from here we can write the value of electric flux from the Gaussian surface, that is E3 into 4 pi r square equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. So the value of electric field comes out to be Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. So here also if we increase the distance from the center, the electric field also decreases. So now let's move forward. Here we have to determine and draw the graph of electric field as a function of r. So as we discussed, electric field for this portion is 0. For this portion it is directly proportional to 1 by r square. For this portion it's also 0, and for this portion it is directly proportional to 1 by r square. So from here we can draw the electric field and distance r diagram as we can see here. So now let's move forward, and we have to determine the charge on the inner sphere of the hollow sphere. So as we know, this is the hollow sphere, and due to this there's some charge collected on its body. So inside the sphere there's a charge plus Q. Now due to the polarity, as we studied in electrostatics, there would be equal and opposite charge collected on the inner sphere. So we can say that if charge value of this is Q, capital Q, so the total charge collected on the inner sphere would be minus Q. The reason is the hollow sphere is conducting as well as the same is enclosed by a charge Q, or the solid conducting sphere there would include charges by conducting with equal magnitude but opposite polarity as that of the conducting solid sphere, because in between the sphere of the shell there would exist no charge. So we can say that the charge on the inner shell is minus Q. Now let's move forward. Here we have to find the charge on the outer sphere of the hollow sphere. So as we discussed, the charge on the outer sphere would be plus Q, because the charge enclosed inside the center is plus Q, and the charge due to polarity which appears on the inner surface of the hollow sphere, that is minus Q. And due to, as we know, the total value of charge on the hollow sphere is 0. So in order to maintain that balance, there would be a charge plus Q generated on all about its surface on the outer surface. So from here we can say that since the hollow sphere is conducting as well as same is enclosed by a charge plus q on the solid conducting sphere. There would induced charges by conduction and equal magnitude but opposite polarity as that of the conducting solid sphere. As we know here, if this is plus q, the charge collected on the inner surface is minus q and the charge collected on the outer surface would be plus q. So we can say that the charge on the outer shell is plus q. So now let's move forward. Here we have to draw a figure which represents the charges and the field line in a small sphere for the whole system. So here would be plus q, here would be minus q, and here would be plus q. So now let's move forward and find and draw the diagram. So as we know, the electric field at this portion was 0. The electric field for this portion is also 0. So from here we can draw this diagram as we can see here. Therefore, the field due to small sphere is outward from the sphere, and for the outer sphere the shell it also would be outward from the sphere as we can see. The charges are also distributed according to the electrostatics, and also the electric field as we calculated is also shown. Thank you.